Hi, my name's Judy.
And I'm Ceci.
And together we are
Two Girls on a Mic. Do elevator music.
Welcome back to Two Girls on a Mic, a podcast where we talk a little bit of everything from sex, drugs,
celebrities.
Today we're talking about celebrities, deaths, and just suicide in general. Also, trigger warning if you don't want to hear about that or
suicide, depression, basically anything kind of, I don't want to say it this way, but it's a little bit of a downer episode, but for
more of a serious topic.
Yeah, but it's for like us to spread awareness and just to hit on topics again that make people feel uncomfortable, but they're necessary for us to like continue on.
So again, trigger warning. Again, we won't feel offended if you don't listen to this episode because I know some people just, it'll just trigger a lot of memories and whatnot. So feel free to skip this one if you don't feel like listening to it. But if you do continue to listen. Yeah.
So first we're going to get into it lightheartedly with how our week has been. And let's see. I got new glasses.
Ooh,
yeah.
cute.
So if I look cross-eyed in some parts, my right eye has been getting worse. But that's how it's always been. So this is like my bad eye.
Yeah.
Also, if you hear heavy breathing in the back.
Heavy breathing is our big dog. And then if you hear little like nails, it's my little dog. So sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the ambiance. But yeah, so I got these new ones. I like the frames. They're a little bit bigger than I normally go. And it has a different like a cat eye shape. And I'm like, okay. It's taking me some getting used to because when I tried them on, I liked them. And then I got them today and I was like,
it's like, what did I do?
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's okay.
We'll get used to it.
Yeah. So I can't drive with them on yet because like I feel like if my eyes move too fast, like it gives me a little bit of a headache.
I know. I have the same. When I first found out this one was a lot worse, like now for contacts, I have to get like a toric contact. And then this one's a normal one. But I remember when I first, they gave me my 2 contacts, this one has more. I know what you mean. Like I would feel like dizzy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
So when I drove here, I had to bring my old glasses because I'm like, there's no way. What if I like swerve a little bit? And it is so hot. There's been a heat wave this week in LA. I'm sure you know if you live here. Ollie's doing some tricks. But yeah, I've never loved the heat. It's always like, if between summer and winter, I'm always picking winter. But I don't know. I feel like growing up in the high desert, obviously like accustomed me to the heat. But now it's to the point where like the heat here feels like the high desert when I was, because it's like way past the hundreds. And over there, when I was living there, the hottest it would get was like 110, 105. And the numbers are getting there. And so I hate it. I've been cranky this whole week. I slept on the floor last night of my AC room.
Excuse me, sir. This is Ollie, guys. Look how cute he is. Okay, but get down now. Okay? Thank you. Stay down.
So my back is hurting a little bit. But you know what makes it all worth it?
The PSL is back.
I know. Pumpkin's back at everywhere, basically.
Yeah,
Starbucks,
pretty much everywhere.
Coffee Bean,
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
You name it, it's back.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Starbucks has the best one. But I did hear from a former employee, not that we know, I saw it on TikTok, that they changed the syrup that they're using. So it's like more, you have to ask for more now to get the same taste as like the years before. I had one yesterday and it only came with 2 pumps and a venti. And I was like, that's weird.
Whoa.
But it tasted, I asked for an extra pump. So I had 3, but it tasted kind of the same. So.
Wait, so now, because I know it used to come with like, ventis were like 5 pumps or something like that?
Yeah.
So now it's only 2?
Now it's only 2 in the venti when I ordered through
the app.
The app, yeah. But I mean, it tasted the same, and I got it with 3 pumps. So
okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah,
I tried ordering one today, but I was gonna order my cold brew with white chocolate mocha, and I was gonna add a pump of pumpkin, but I was like, I was getting the venti, so I'm like, I don't not want to like it and not drink it all. So I was like, maybe if I get like a tall or grande, I'll try it.
But yeah, pumpkin spice is back.
Yep. Yeah. So I've seen like everybody on my timeline like talking about this. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
It's good. It's gotten to the point where people don't. I mean, there are people who like all these pumpkin spice liking people. It's like, okay, sorry that I look forward to something.
But I think it's the same people, like the opposite when Starbucks drops their like holiday drinks.
Oh yeah,
like it's only November. Why are you guys dropping? It's like, so
yeah,
y'all were over here in August.
Yeah. I like pumpkin spice, but I also like the toasted white chocolate mocha. I don't know what's the difference, but I always get that one during the holiday season.
For me, what have I done?
You're going to tomorrow.
Oh my God, yes. Thank you. I totally forgot about that. I am going to a Hell's Kitchen. I finally got reservations. Not in Vegas, thankfully, because that would have sucked for Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even realize they made reservations on Labor Day weekend until like a couple of days ago. But yeah, I'm finally going. They opened one in San Diego. We have reservations at 4.
Oh,
so
nice.
I didn't want it too late, but I didn't want it too early.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Because we still have to drive back because we're not staying over there. Even though it's in a hotel, like a resort.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But I was like, no, I'm good. I just want to go eat the food and then come back.
Yeah. So are we waiting for a real?
Yes, for sure. I know what I'm getting already. I already looked at the menu. We have everything like ready to go.
When you get there, be like, okay, I'll take this.
I'm ready to order. Don't give me 5 minutes. Bring me this now.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'll definitely make a reel to show you guys what we eat. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to take you. I want to take you for your birthday. I was looking at dates. But they have only like super late reservations.
Like late in the day?
Like 9. Like 9 at night. So I'm like,
we'll see. I like going to... I don't like going to sleep early. I just like being home early.
Yeah. That's what I'm like... Because it's like you get there, you eat dinner at 9, and then you just have to drive back. You could be getting home like at 1 in the morning. Like,
unless Matt gets us a room somewhere.
Girls trip.
I know. That he pays for.
I just realized that last week we didn't do Thankful Thursday or Thankful segment.
Oh, we didn't?
So we have 2 weeks worth to be thankful for.
Okay. I'm thinking.
I'm thankful that I'm going to go to Hell's Kitchen this weekend. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm thankful that although it feels like I'm on a downward spiral right now, that I'm still like fortunate enough to have like resources and funds to go because I'm going to Disney World this month.
I know.
So like, as hard as things seem, I can't be that mad about it because I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you still have like stuff going on. You're not like completely just not doing
things that
anything.
you're looking forward to do.
Yeah. So I'm just fortunate for having the ability to do all that.
Got it. But now on to the episode again. Last warning, trigger warning. We are going to be talking about suicide, death, mental health,
Yeah.
So if you do not want to hear that, please exit out. We wanted to talk about this because this week, if you don't know, is a National Suicide Prevention Week specifically.
And September is Suicide Prevention Month.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So we kind of just want to bring awareness, and I kind of remembered that it coincides with Mac Miller's death. Like if you know me, and you know that I love Mac Miller. So he was one of the first celebrity death that I took.
That like affected you?
Yeah, because it affected me, but it didn't. Like I was in mourning like other people that I know that like I have a good friend who she loves Mac Miller, but the way she mourned was very different than the way I mourned. Because I had like my sad moments, like like luckily I was able to see him one time at Camp Flog Knock, but she got to see him like in a small private venue, and I was so jealous of her.
Yeah,
and it was literally maybe a couple weeks before he passed.
Oh wow! So it was like
it was like
close.
super. I'm like, damn, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
because she was literally like here to like the door.
Oh, wow.
It was a super small van, like smaller than the House of Blues.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Just kidding.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to, talk about that.
Yeah, because I know that there's also like a controversy, not just online, but in person too, where it's like, why do you take celebrities that don't even like, you don't know personally? Yeah. Why do you take their deaths so hard? And I think that's like, one, it's not fair to tell people how to grieve because you don't know what that person has played in their life. Like, I know for me, I've met the band a couple times. My favorite band, Motionless in White. They don't know me. Like, I've met them a few times, but I know they meet a lot of people that they're not going to know who I am. Right. And so, but they've played such a big part in my life through, like, when I was growing up, that to me, I hold a special place in my heart for them. And if one of them were to pass away, I would be, like, super sad. Right. But I don't think I'd go to the extent of, like, falling into a depression and, like, because I don't know them personally, but they do affect me if it does happen. And I know even that some people are like, why are you taking
you don't even know, like, you don't even know them personally. What if they were assholes? Like, it's not that you're mourning the death, at least the way I'm seeing it is like, not that you're mourning them as a person you knew, but the fact that the music that they created and how it impacted your life and decisions, that they will no longer be able to impact your life through the music that they were creating. Because at least for me, Mac Miller played a big factor. One, Derek introduced me to him, like his music. Because I would listen to him here and there, but Derek was the one who introduced me to his music. And that's one special thing that I hold for his music, is that me and him can just, like, it's our thing. We can sit down and just vibe to Mac Miller. And now that we have a kid, like, he loves Mac Miller. So now it's like our family thing. So it makes it even more special. And then just going through a lot of hard times, a lot of up and down in my life. He was one of the artists that I would go to and just listen to, and kind of just, it would get me out of that zone. Yeah. It was him, and another band would be New Found Glory. Like, those two played a big factor in, like, 2015, 2016, 17. Like, those were my hard years for me, and those were the two artists that I would always go to. So
yeah, I know that I mean, for me, a celebrity or just like an artist's death, I don't think it affected me up until I was in, like, middle school. And in 4th grade, I don't know why I remember this specifically, the girl's name was Jennifer, and she was obsessed with Michael Jackson. And that was the year, we were in 4th grade, but that was the year that he passed away.
Damn, you were in 4th grade? I was in high school.
But yeah, and I remember she came to school the next day and she was, like, devastated because she would talk about him constantly. Like, before he passed away, she was always listening to his music. Oh, okay. And so when he passed away, I remember, like, that week, she was just out of it. And I felt for her, and, like, kids would make fun of her saying that, oh, he doesn't even know. Because kids can be even more mean than adults. Yeah,
I was going to say, they have, like, no boundaries when it comes to that.
And our school, I don't know, we had a bullying problem. But, yeah, and I felt bad for her. So, like, whenever she would, like, cry and, like, just want to talk about it, I just listen, because it's like, I don't know what she's feeling, because I've never had that connection with an artist up to that point. So I just was, like, trying to be there for her and like
let her vent and feel the feels, right? Yeah.
Personally, for me, the first celebrity, and he wasn't even that big of a celebrity, but he was the lead singer of Suicide Silence, who he ended up getting in a motorcycle accident on, I think it was Halloween or the day before Halloween. And before that, I didn't really know why he got in that accident. And so, like, it was very emo scene that was mourning him. So they made, like, shirts of him that they were selling. But then I learned that he got in the accident because he got in an argument with his wife, and he was drunk and he left. Oh. And that's why he got in the accident. So it's like, things like that. And going back to, like, the celebrity ones that we did before, I still stand by that, like, drunk driving is never okay. Oh, yeah, for sure. And so that makes it hard when you see people that you look up to making stupid mistakes, and in this case, it cost them their life. Right. And it's like, this could have easily been prevented if you just would have, like, handled it differently.
Right. And that's the thing that how do you separate that, right?
Yeah.
Because you can still mourn their death because they still affected you in some way, but at the same time, like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
You made your choice. Like, same thing with Mac Miller. It was a drug overdose. It was not intentional suicide, but you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I've heard, like, the story of how everything went down. He had asked for pills from the drug dealer that sold them to him that ended up being counterfeit. Mm-hmm. But then he was taking forever, so he had another contact, and that girl brought him those actual pills that aren't like mixed. And the other guy then later hit him up a few hours later, like, hey, I finally get things. Can I drop them off? And it's like, you already had drugs. Why do you need more? Why did you need more? Because he already had, he already had some. Why even get more? And then that cost him his life. It's like, fuck,
and that's another tough thing, because like addiction, I've never been through that, like any type of addiction, so I can't be like, because I mean, yeah, it's easy for us to be like, oh, why'd you do it? But at the same time, we're like, okay, in their mindset, I'm pretty sure all they're thinking is like, I need more. But like, it's so hard when you're like, why?
And I know he was very upfront about his struggles with addiction and all that stuff. And I know he had been clean for a while, but I think he kept just like falling back into it. And I don't want to blame the breakup he had with Ariana, but it did impacted him. I mean, him losing his 4-year-old relationship, obviously
that's
affected
gonna be hard
him.
On everybody.
And then finding out that she right after got in a relationship, she was engaged. He was going through a lot, having to deal with, I was with this girl for 3-4 years, and now she's over just here gonna moving on and getting married. It obviously affected him, and I'm assuming that's one of the reasons why he was on a downward spiral. And I think I've mentioned it before, but he had already been. I don't know if I was one of the only people who like read into it, and I'm pretty sure I wasn't. But on Twitter, he was like, the tweets that he would tweet were very concerning. Like, not saying that he was gonna like kill himself or anything like that, but you can tell he wasn't in an okay state of mind, because he wanted to like go on tour already. Like, he wanted to escape his loneliness. Like, the way he would tweet, you're like, okay, he's not okay. And that was literally a week before. So it was just like, fuck, dude.
And there's so many factors that go into it, because like on the Ariana Grande thing, I know she got a lot of shit when he passed away. And that's why
when I brought her up, like, I don't ever want to blame her, because it takes a toll as a significant other to deal with somebody who's you're trying to help and they're struggling with addiction, because that takes a toll on you mentally. And I don't blame her at all for stepping away from that relationship, because you did what you could, and he wasn't putting his part.
And I'm sure that after he passed away, that she felt like some sort of way about it. So just to have strangers on the internet being like, oh, this is your fault. First of all, you're not in that relationship. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And she's probably already beating herself up. So why are you going to just make it harder on that person?
Right.
So it's like, I feel like people don't take celebrities' feelings into account, because they're like, oh, they're celebrities, like people love them so much, so
they're rich, they got everything.
They could do. It's like when Kate Spade, I think she committed suicide, and people were like, why? She has so much money, she has this huge brand. It's like, but she wasn't happy. Like,
just because you have money, money doesn't equal happiness. Even though some people are like, oh, if I have money, like that'll solve a lot of my problems. Like, financially, it will. You can buy whatever you want, but if you don't have the right people around you aren't being fulfilled, then you can still fall in that depressive state of mind. You can have all the money in the world. We see it over and over with all these celebrities that take their lives. It tells you something, that money is not going to buy happiness. So also, like, I think us as quote unquote normal people, average people, I think we've all go through those kind of thoughts, and I'm sure one person that's listening to this knows of somebody who's lost their lives or tried to, and unfortunately they don't pass. And I think that's something that we really need to talk about. And let people know, like, hey, it's okay to have these thoughts. Just reach out to people, reach out to your friends, your family, or sometimes it's easier to reach out to a stranger because they're not going to judge you, right? Because they don't know your life.
Yeah.
They're actually going to sit there and have no prior conception of what your life is.
Yeah.
And
that definitely helps. I know for me, when I was in middle school, I was like, because that's when Instagram was really getting popular. And so I was always on my phone as a middle schooler, high schooler, because I would find people like me where we could talk about things. Because for me, at that point, I was sharing a room with my Aunt Gabby and Alex, and we had probably 10 other people in the house. So I felt like I didn't have any space for me to feel what I needed to feel. Right. And so, I remember staying up late and, just sitting in our bathroom and just being on my phone for hours, just talking to people that, understood what I was going through. And I'm like, yeah, it sucks because I got to go to school the next day. But it helped me be like, okay, I'm not the only person who's feeling like this.
Right.
And this next, Chester Bennington, I remember where I was when it was, put on the news that he had passed away. I was in the airport about to go to Europe. For my first time. Okay. And I was like, whoa. I didn't listen to
Linkin Park?
Yeah, I didn't listen to them that much. I listened to their older stuff, but I knew who he was and I knew how important their band was to the scene. So I was like, whoa, even though I didn't really listen to them, his was my heart dropped.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just got the chills.
I know, same.
But he was another one that I remember listening to him because of my older brother. And this is when me and my brother we had a really good connection. And it always brings me back all those memories. So when I heard that he passed, I just remembered all those memories of me and my brother just flooded. And I was just I didn't cry, but I just felt very sad. Yeah. And I remember where I was too. I was in the parking lot about to clock in to go to work.
Oh, really?
And I remember seeing that. I was like, whoa, this is insane. And he was also very open about his mental health issues that he had. And it's crazy because I think they put a day before he was with his family.
Wives, yeah. That, every time I see that, it makes me want to cry. Because it's he was there with his kids, he was there with his wife. And it's it goes to show that and I hate that people say it's selfish because you have a whole family backing you up. It's yes, but you also never know how bad it gets in your own head unless you're dealing with it.
Right.
And that's the thing. Mental health is more... It's more talked about now than it was before.
For sure, yeah.
But that doesn't mean everybody gets it.
Or not everybody feels comfortable reaching out. Because, yes, all the resources are there. Yes, we can say that, hey, talk to us. Talk to your friends. Talk to whatever.
Yeah.
But it still takes that person to... initiate.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, get help.
At the end of the day, it's on you. Everybody could be telling you all the right things, but unless you take that step, then
there's only so much somebody else can do. It's easier said than done because I've been in that state of mind where everybody around me is happy and just having a good time.
Yeah.
And you're just you can't seem to find a way to feel that way, because you can have like I said, people can have the best life, from afar, from the outside, but you don't know what that person is going through, because you can have your wife or your boyfriend and your family and all that stuff, have a great business or whatever, but it doesn't mean you're fulfilled. It doesn't mean that you don't struggle with depression and mental issues, mental health issues. That is going to be anywhere. You can be at your lowest low, homeless, or you can be at your highest, rich, famous, have all this money and still struggle with it.
Yeah. And everybody's happiness looks different too. So that's why you just shouldn't assume anything when it comes to people living their lives and you comparing yourselves to them. Another one this one actually did hit me harder than I thought it would. It was Chadwick Boseman. Because I really liked him as an actor. He seemed very down to earth and he was good at what he did. And the fact that he kept it a secret
I know.
That he was going through, because it was cancer, right? Or something like that?
It was cancer. And I remember seeing after his death, because I didn't follow him as much. A lot of people were making fun of him because he lost a lot of weight. Yeah. And it was like, oh, he's on drugs and blah, blah, blah. And having to deal with that, like seeing all these comments and like, I'm sure they were on the news and whatnot. And you're fighting for your life. Yeah. And you're like, well, shit, I can't say anything. You know, you kind of have to he had to keep it to himself. Yeah. And the fact that the news didn't get out, that means he had a really good support system. And the people who he trusted really kept his secret, you know?
And I think that's good, because I can't imagine that that you're like slowly, I don't know what the right word is, but that, your time is coming. And that having everybody in the world know about it, that must be annoying.
Yeah. And so you're going to get pity from everybody. Yeah. And I don't think that's what he wanted. That's why he kept it a secret.
And somebody posted on, I think it was on Twitter or TikTok the other day, but they posted an interview he was doing on the red carpet.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
About saying like, oh, what about Black Panther 2 or whatever?
It's like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I'm
like, okay, I went through all the scenarios in my head. I'm like, is this like once they were like promoting for Endgame, saying that he's dead, or like is he actually like saying that he's not going to be around? And so it's like stuff like that where you look into it and it's like, that's sad. But I mean, if it's the way he wanted to do it, I'm sure he was happy with how it went. He went with his family by his side, his wife by his side, and it's like, that sounds peaceful to me.
Right. And you always have to respect those decisions that they make, because at the end of the day, I mean, that's all they can ask for, you know? Like, they know that there's not much that they can do, and it is what it is. And at least going the way you want to, makes it a little easier.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see Black Panther 2, to see how they do that. It looks so, like, the trailer is it gave me the chills when I watched it. I was like, I'm going to cry. Just to, again, relate it to us, like, not your celebrities, like just normal everyday people. We personally, we're comfortable enough, at least I hope we are, to say that we have gone through our depressive episodes where we did have like suicidal thoughts and all that. Obviously, we're still here. So we each found our way to cope with it and to move forward from it. And that's going to look different for everybody. Some people like to be left alone. Yeah. Some people like to socialize as much as they can. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I like to socialize to know that, yes, there's still people. And even though you might not think that people will want to talk to you, when it comes down to it, they're your friends. They care about you. It's going to be an uncomfortable conversation maybe, but I'm sure they'd rather have an uncomfortable conversation than not having you there.
Right. So, and having that uncomfortable conversation with your dead body. Yeah. Like, why didn't you reach out? And again, it's not easy, but it might be, a short conversation too. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, like expressing everything, because sometimes it's hard to even express what you're feeling. Yeah. But just letting them know, hey, this is how I'm feeling. And just even sitting there and getting, I don't want to say consoled, but like just being there for the person in silence makes a big impact. I've done that where I'll tell Derek, like, hey, this is or just simple, like, few words, and he'll know what I mean, and we'll literally just sit there, and he'll, like, just be there with me, and that helps a lot. Even though we're not saying anything, it's just reassuring that he knows how I'm feeling. Yeah. And I think the first time I did it, I was, like, so nervous to tell him, because I was like, how do I not make it awkward? Which I shouldn't even be feeling that way, but it was just hard. I was just like, this is how I'm feeling. Yeah. But then once you do it, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder, and it's like you could breathe again. So, coming from us, yes, we think it's worth it. It's going to like feel weird. It's very difficult.
Yeah. But once you do it, you're going to feel like so much better.
For sure.
Yeah. So the
number is 988. I know they changed it because I know last year it was like a big old 7-digit or 8 digits or whatever.
I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah. But now you can either dial or text 988 and somebody will be there to, talk through it with you, or just listen if you need somebody to hear you out. Or again, we're if you feel comfortable enough to reach out to us, you guys are more than welcome to always DM us, reach out to us whenever you guys need. If you just want to DM us and not reply back, hey,
just let us know.
Sometimes
that you
just
vent.
gotta like vent it out, and it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. So if you want to vent or talk or whatever, you could reach us at 2 Girls and a Mic, or even us personally. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I know that it's, again, easier to talk to someone you don't really talk to on a daily basis. Right. So I'm not gonna be like, why are you messaging me? So if that too, the links are in the description for us. But hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you with a lighter episode next week.
Bye. So good.
It is.
Sorry. He just loves the camera, guys. Ollie, please, okay?
He was watching his... Excuse me, sir. Ollie.
Ollie, drop it. Let it go. Let it go. Drop it. Oliver! Move, bro. Damn, this is worse than last time. Ollie. Be quiet. Usual people, so the fact that... Hold on, guys. Hey, you. Come here.
Oh, okay.
Like there's... Oh my god, I'm gonna... What do you want? Oh, shit. Hey! Okay, humping her. Oh. Hey! Good boy, boss. Okay. Damn it.